The all-star cast of Mamma Mia is back for more Sun, Sea and ABBA songs. Yippee-ki-yay movie lovers, it's Jan here, and today I'm talking about the very best and the not so great bits of the Mamma Mia sequel, and comparing it to the original movie, so obviously I'll be discussing spoilers. By the way, keep watching for details of my very special Mamma Mia giveaway. Because Mamma Mia 2 is both a prequel and a sequel, we get lots of new actors joining the original cast, and they're all really great. A particular standout is Lily James, who plays the young Donna. She really has tons of energy and spirit in the role, a great voice, really gives her all in the dance routines, and works brilliantly with all the new actors playing the younger versions of her friends and lovers. Then there's also Jeremy Irvin, who plays the young Sam, and he is just fantastic in the role. Now, when I first heard that he'd been cast as the young Pierce Brosnan character, I wondered why he hadn't been cast as the young version of Colin Firth's character Harry instead, because he's done that before very well in a film called The Railway Man. But as a young Sam in Mamma Mia 2, Irvin really does do an incredible take on a young Pierce Brosnan. Hugh Skinner and Josh Dillon are also great as the young Harry and Bill. Also new to the cast is Maria Vakratsis, who plays Sophia, who gets some little scene-stealing moments, especially a short scene that she has with the young Sam, which I thought was just perfect. Also just brilliant in this film is the actress who plays young Tanya, and she's called Jessica Keenan Wynn. She absolutely perfectly channels the spirit of Christine Baranski's Tanya. Again, like Jeremy Irvin with Pierce Brosnan, she's not doing an impression of Christine Baranski, but she's taking those aspects, the little idiosyncrasies in the way she speaks, her cadence and things, taking some of them and putting them into the younger role of Tanya, but also bringing other things to the part as well. Young Rosie, who's played by Alexa Davies, also brings some nice little moments as well, so you can really look forward to seeing those two on screen. And the moment where young Tanya tells young Sam that she visually enjoys him is just priceless. As for the returning cast, I cannot get enough of Christine Baranski and Julie Walters as Donna's friends and fellow dynamos Tanya and Rosie.
The beauty comes not only from the exquisite structure of your bones and the laughter in your sparkling eyes, but from the goodness that flowers within you, like a fountain.
I've been washed and brought to my tent.
Don't think fountains flower, do they?
Mine does.
And then there's a hilarious way they sing Angel Eyes to Sophie, with Christine Baranski's Tanya hardly letting Julie Walters' Rosie get a word in edgeways. Of course, the prequel aspect of this film means there are obviously fewer scenes with the original cast, which of course is a bit of a shame because they're all so great. So for example, while we do see Colin Firth, Stellan Skarsgård and Pierce Brosnan sing, dance and act, we do see them doing less of that than we did in the first film. Speaking of the original cast, someone I would have loved to have seen much more of is Meryl Streep as Donna. I just adored seeing Streep singing, dancing and acting with gusto in the first film, and I really did miss her here. Now, while we certainly don't get enough Meryl Streep in the movie, we do get the added benefit of Cher, in a role that was written specifically for her and which fits her like a glittery glove. Is it a touch insane that Cher, who's only 3 years older than Meryl Streep in real life, is playing Donna's mother? Of course it is. Do I care? Absolutely not. Because at the end of the day, we get to hear Cher sing Fernando complete with a big fireworks display, and we get some crazy moments with Sophie's grandma. Now, when it comes to the music, obviously in the first film we got an absolute ton of ABBA's biggest, greatest hits, which means that in this film we get some lesser known ABBA tracks like When I Kissed the Teacher, Why Did It Have to Be Me, Kisses of Fire and Andante Andante, I've Been Waiting for You and My Love My Life. But we do also get some songs that weren't in the original film that you will, I think, definitely recognise. There's The Name of the Game, which is performed by Lily James. There's Knowing Me, Knowing You, which is again Lily James and Jeremy Irvin. And there's also Angel Eyes and Fernando as well. And not to worry, because we do still get many of the hugely popular hits from the first film. So there's Mamma Mia, Dancing Queen, Super Trooper and Waterloo, to name a few. For Dancing Queen we get a flotilla of fishermen along with Stellan Skarsgård and Colin Firth recreating the Titanic pose as they sail towards the island. And for Waterloo it's in a Parisian restaurant with the young Harry and Donna, and we even get an ABBA cameo as well with Benny playing the piano. And Mamma Mia gets a spirited performance by the young Dynamos. This time when the film proper ends, we get a fantastic version of Super Trooper with all the main cast joining in. While Super Trooper was amazing, I was a little bit disappointed that we only got one song and dance routine in the kind of curtain call cast party moment of the film this time around, because last time, if you remember, we got 2 songs. We got Dancing Queen and Waterloo, so it would have been fantastic if we just got one more. Now, if you stay to the very end of the credits, after everyone's name's rolled by, we do get a little unexpected extra something. There's an unexpected post-credit scene, which makes up a little bit for only one extra song after the film finishes. The post-credit scene features comic actor Omar Jalili as the Greek official who was checking people's passports before they boarded the island ferry earlier in the film. If you remember, he had quite a few opinions about what people looked like in their passport photos compared to real life, and usually told them they looked better in the photo, except in the case of Colin Firth's Harry, who he said looked great and had aged like a fine wine. If you missed the post-credit scene, it basically shows a young Harry has followed Donna to Greece, where the Greek official tells him, if she rejects you, give me a call. Then he follows up his proposition by singing a few lines from Take a Chance on Me. Overall then, while there are some more melancholy and wistful moments in this film compared to the first, there's still a boatload of joyous, effervescent scenes overflowing with great song and dance routines. And though it's not quite the non-stop charmer the original was, my, how could I resist it? So yes, I did thoroughly enjoy Mamma Mia 2 and will definitely be watching it again, hopefully soon. Now, how do you think the Mamma Mia sequel compares to the first film? And what are your favourite moments or songs in the new movie? If you want to take a chance on winning one of these awesome Mamma Mia 2 merch packs, make sure you subscribe and leave me a comment about the film, and also tap the Gleam link in the video description below to register your entry. I've got new Mamma Mia videos coming up, so tap left to watch the next one or tap right for my full Mamma Mia playlist. If you liked this, I really appreciate a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and see you next time, yippee-ki-yay movie lovers!